Hello everybody, welcome to Grassroots Vegan. I'm David Kelly. How are you today? I am fine. So, I got a question the other day from Rui G. I think that's how you pronounce it. R-U-I? Or is it Ru? I don't know. What's your opinion on gluten in oats? And when I read that question a few days ago, I wasn't even sure if oats had gluten in them, so I decided to look it up, and as it turns out, no, oats do not have gluten. So you don't need to worry about that if that was your concern, unless you are really trying to avoid eating gluten altogether. Then there is an issue of if the oats were processed and packaged in a facility where there are grains with gluten in them, there could be cross-contamination. So if you want to eat oats, then make sure that you buy the oats that actually have on the package gluten-free. Otherwise, there could be some contamination. But oats on their own are gluten-free. But that made me think about gluten and whether we as high-carb, low-fat vegans, whether you're doing raw tofu or the starch solution, and for those of you who don't know either one, raw tofu is eating all, fruits and greens all day long, raw in the raw form. And then in the evening time, after 4 o'clock, you get to eat cooked food, as long as it's vegan and as long as it's low fat. And the starch solution, which is basically Dr. John McDougall's diet of basically eating variety of fruits and vegetables and starches like potatoes and rice and all things nice throughout the day. So, should we avoid gluten altogether? Now, I looked up some articles on the internet about that topic, and you get a wide range of opinions, and some believe that you shouldn't even go near gluten. It doesn't matter what your condition is, and they have nothing good to say about it. But the reality is the conclusion that I came to, anyways, personally myself. I'm not a nutritionist here. I'm not an expert, but I do have common sense, and this is what I'm going to apply to this subject here. Unless you have celiac disease, which is a autoimmune disorder, then, or if you have a gluten intolerance or a gluten sensitivity, then there's really no need to be concerned about gluten. That's my personal opinion. But that being said, I don't think you should also be just liberally eating gluten products day in and day out. I think moderation should be applied here as well. I personally do not eat a lot of products with gluten in them. I sometimes like to have wheat pasta, but not a lot. It's not like something I'm consuming on a regular basis. Breads, I rarely eat bread. And it's not like I'm afraid of these products or they're just prohibited from my diet. It's just not something that I'm too enthusiastic about. So it's really just a personal preference on my part. But I think, you gotta, too much of anything I think can be a problem here, is what I'm saying. And you want to have a nice variety and a nice balance of what you're eating. And so, if you've been eating nothing but pasta, wheat-based pasta, or eating other products like bread or whatever, cereals that have gluten in them, and you've been overdoing it a little bit, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to bring things back into balance again and kind of bring other healthy alternatives in its place and have a nice balance of variety here. That's what I suggest. Gluten is just basically a protein. Other than that, there's no nutritional value to it. It's not, you don't need it, it's not necessary. But the grains that contain gluten in them have other valuable things, such as vitamins and minerals and fiber, and that you may not want to miss out on. So I think including them in your diet to some degree is not a bad idea. So that's basically what I've got to say about gluten. It's okay unless you have celiac disease or you're gluten intolerant. And yeah, enjoy life. Have a fantastic day and eat healthy and move your body. Take care.